You ever wake up one day and feel like life just keeps throwing punches, like no matter how hard you try, something always comes to knock you off your feet. You give everything you've got, your time, your energy, your heart, and somehow it still feels like it's not enough. But let me tell you something real. Life isn't about waiting for things to get easier. It's about becoming stronger. It's about developing a mindset so powerful that no matter what's happening around you, you still rise, you still move, and you still believe. Because when you've got gratitude in your heart, positivity in your mind, and resilience in your soul, you become untouchable. You stop living as a victim of your circumstances, and you start becoming the author of your destiny. There's a reason you've been through what you've been through. Every setback, every sleepless night, every loss, it wasn't there to break you. It was there to build something inside you that comfort never could. See, the problem isn't that life is hard. The problem is that most people want comfort more than growth. But those who win, the real warriors, they don't run from the fire. They walk through it with their heads held high because they know that on the other side of pain is power. On the other side of chaos is clarity. On the other side of struggle is the version of you that you were always meant to become. You've got to stop asking life, oh, why me? And start saying, or try me. You got to stop waiting for motivation and start moving with discipline, because motivation fades, but mindset stays. And the strongest mindset in this world is the one built on gratitude, positivity, and resilience. Gratitude keeps you grounded when the world tries to shake you. Positivity keeps you moving when the path gets dark. And resilience keeps you standing when everything inside you wants to fall. These three traits, they're not just attitudes, they're weapons. And if you learn how to use them, nothing, no pain, no loss, no rejection will ever have the power to stop you again. So as you listen today, I don't want you to just hear words. I want you to feel this message in your bones. I want you to remember who you are, what you've survived, and how much more you're capable of. Because deep down, you already know the truth. You've been through too much to give up now. You've been knocked down too many times to let this be the end of your story. This is your moment to stand up, to breathe, to fight back, and to become everything you were destined to be. Don't let your pain silence you. Let it fuel you. Don't let your past define you. Let it refine you. This is your time. This is your story. And starting right now, you decide how it ends. Gratitude is not something you say when life is easy. It's not something you feel only when everything falls into place. Gratitude is something deeper. It's something spiritual, something that keeps you grounded when the world tries to tear you apart. It's a mindset that refuses to be shaken no matter how violent the storm becomes. Gratitude doesn't wait for perfection. It finds peace in progress. It looks at broken pieces and still says that there is beauty here. It's what separates people who collapse under pressure from those who rise and shine in the middle of chaos. When you live with gratitude, you stop focusing on what you've lost and you start realizing what you've still got. You begin to see that even the pain, even the struggle is shaping you into something greater than you were before. When you wake up in the morning and you're breathing, that's already a blessing because somebody didn't wake up today. When you have a body that still moves, lungs that still fill with air, a heart that still beats with purpose, you're already winning. But we take it for granted. We spend so much time thinking about what we don't have, what's missing, what's not enough, that we forget to see the miracles that surround us every single day. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you that there's still something left to fight for, something worth appreciating. When you learn to see your blessings, even in dark times, you no longer live as a victim. You live as a warrior with purpose. Gratitude is not passive, it's powerful. It's not just about being thankful, it's about training your mind to see the opportunity within every challenge. Life will hit you sometimes harder than you can imagine. You'll lose people, you'll lose jobs, you'll lose confidence. But gratitude is what keeps you standing when everything else tries to knock you down. It whispers, you've still got something left. It's what helps you turn pain into progress, confusion into clarity, and heartbreak into hunger. Gratitude doesn't mean you're satisfied with where you are. It means you respect the journey that's building you into something better. There will be moments when life feels unfair. You'll look around and wonder why others have it easier, why your path feels so heavy, why doors keep closing. But that's where gratitude becomes your weapon. Because when you can say a thank you even when life hurts, when you can still find purpose in the pain, you become unstoppable. You take away the world's power to break you. Gratitude rewires your mind. It shifts your emotional frequency from despair to determination. It says, I might not have everything I want, but I have everything I need to start. Think about the strongest people you know, the ones who've been through hell and still smile. They didn't get there by chance. They got there because they chose gratitude over bitterness. They learned that complaining doesn't change reality. It only makes it heavier. Gratitude, on the other hand, lightens the load. It changes the way you carry your struggles. Instead of saying, oh, why me? You start saying, try me. Because you realize every obstacle has a reason. Every delay has a purpose. And every scar has a story that will one day inspire someone else. Gratitude teaches you how to see meaning in the suffering and strength in the setbacks. Most people wait until they achieve something big to feel grateful. They wait for the perfect job, the perfect relationship, the perfect moment to finally feel thankful. But life doesn't work like that. You'll never find perfection. You'll only find progress. Gratitude is not about waiting. It's about noticing. It's about being aware of how far you've already come, even if you're not where you want to be yet. It's about celebrating small victories that nobody sees. The quiet battles you fought alone, the days you didn't give up, the times you chose discipline over doubt. Gratitude says, I might not be there yet, but look at how much I've grown. You have to understand that gratitude is a discipline. It's not an emotion that just happens. It's a practice that you build. You have to train your brain to look for the good, especially when everything looks bad. When you lose a job, you thank life for the lesson and the space to grow. When someone walks away, you thank them for teaching you how to love yourself better. When your plans fall apart, you thank the process for showing you what wasn't meant for you. That's gratitude at its highest form. It's not blind optimism, it's enlightened strength. And when you live this way, your energy changes. You stop radiating desperation and start radiating peace. You stop comparing and start creating. You stop chasing happiness and start embodying it. Because gratitude puts you in a state of abundance, and abundance attracts more abundance. You become someone who doesn't need everything to go right in order to feel right inside. You carry your peace wherever you go, and that's power. That's maturity. That's control. The truth is, the world is full of people who have everything but still feel empty. They've got money, status, recognition, but they lack gratitude. And without gratitude, nothing is enough. You could give them the whole world, and they still find something to complain about. But then there are others who have almost nothing, yet their hearts are full of light. They smile through the struggle. They give even when they have little, and they find joy in simplicity. That's what gratitude does. It fills your life with richness that no material thing can provide. It turns the ordinary into extraordinary. Gratitude also builds resilience, because when you're grateful, you're strong. You stop letting circumstances control your emotions. You stop letting negativity drain your power. You understand that every moment, even the painful ones, is a piece of your transformation. You start saying, this is happening for me, not to me, not to me. That one shift changes everything. Suddenly, every problem becomes a teacher. Every loss becomes a lesson. Okay. Every failure becomes fuel. That's when gratitude becomes your secret weapon. It keeps you steady in chaos, calm under pressure, and unstoppable emotion. So if you want to grow, if you want peace, if you want to build a mindset that can't be shaken, start with gratitude. Wake up every morning and count your blessings before you count your problems. Look around you and see how much you already have. Be thankful for your pain. It's building your power. Be thankful for your challenges. They're carving your character. Be thankful for the journey. It's shaping your destiny. Gratitude doesn't just change the way you think. It changes the way you live. It takes you from complaining to conquering, from surviving to thriving, from hopeless to unstoppable. Because when you live with gratitude, nothing can take your joy away. You become free from negativity, free from doubt, free from fear. And once you taste that kind of freedom, you'll never want to live any other way again. That positivity is not just a smile on your face. It's a fire in your spirit. It's not pretending everything is fine. It's believing you can make it fine. Positivity is the mindset that says, I don't care how dark it gets, I'm still gonna find the light. It's not about living in denial. It's about choosing power over pity, action over excuses, and strength over fear. Most people think positivity is about ignoring problems, but that's not true. It's about facing problems with faith that they can be solved. It's about walking through chaos and still having the courage to believe that things will work out for your good. Monday. Because when your mindset is strong, your reality will eventually catch up. There are two types of people in this world: those who let negativity define them, and those who use positivity to redefine everything around them. The first kind walks around defeated before they even try. They say it's too hard and stop. They say it's impossible and quit. The second kind, they feel the same fear, the same doubt, the same pain, but they still push. They say it might be hard, but I'm harder. That's the power of positivity. It's not about circumstances, it's about choices. You can't always choose what happens to you, but you can always choose how you respond. And the way you respond determines who you become. Positivity is a weapon in a world full of fear. Everyday negativity is coming for you from the news, from social media, from people around you who've given up on their dreams. It's easy to absorb that energy. It's easy to start thinking like them, talking like them, living like them. But positivity is rebellion. It's the refusal to let the world program you into weakness. It's standing tall and saying, I will not be broken by this. When you walk into every day with that kind of energy, you become dangerous to doubt, unstoppable to fear, and powerful in your purpose. The truth is, positivity isn't natural. It's built, trained through consistency, through self-talk, through discipline. You don't wake up automatically positive. You wake up human, tired, distracted, uncertain. But that's where your training kicks in. You learn to command your mind before it commands you. You learn to say, I got this, even when you don't feel like it. You speak life over your situation before your situation changes. That's real positivity. It's not fake confidence. It's faith under fire. It's saying, I will win, not because it's easy, but because quitting is not an option. Some people think positivity means being happy all the time. No, it's deeper than that. It's about being strong enough to smile even when you're breaking inside. It's about choosing gratitude over complaining, even when you have every reason to be bitter. It's about understanding that your emotions don't control your destiny. Your mindset does. You can be angry, hurt, or tired and still stay positive, because positivity is not an emotion, it's a decision. It's the decision to move forward when everything in you wants to stop. It's the decision to believe when evidence says otherwise. Let me tell you something real. Positivity will not always feel good. It will feel lonely. It will feel heavy. Because being positive in a negative world makes you different. You'll stand out. You'll lose people who feed on complaints, who only talk about problems, but never solutions. You'll realize that not everyone is built to see the light the way you do. But that's okay. Because positivity attracts power and power attracts peace. The moment you decide to protect your energy, to stop giving your mind to negativity, you start building a different kind of life. A life that's not controlled by outside noise, but guided by inner strength. When you start walking in positivity, you start attracting things that match your energy. You start noticing that opportunities come your way more often. You meet people who uplift instead of drain you. You get clarity on your goals because your mind isn't fogged by frustration or fear. Positivity doesn't just change how you feel. It changes what you create. You start performing better, thinking sharper, living stronger. Why? Because your focus shifts from problems to possibilities. You start asking, what can I do? Instead of a why me? You take ownership of your life. That's where transformation begins. And don't get it twisted. Positivity doesn't mean weakness. It doesn't mean you let people walk over you. It means you control how you react to them. You don't let someone else's chaos destroy your calm. You don't let their anger poison your peace. You don't give negativity the power to pull you out of your lane. You stay centered, you stay disciplined, you stay focused on your mission. That's what makes you powerful. Not how loud you can shout, but how steady you can stay when the storm hits. Positivity also builds resilience. Because when you see the world through strength, you stop running from pressure. You start using it. You stop saying, this is too much, and start saying, this is my test. Every challenge becomes a chance to grow. Every setback becomes a setup for something greater. That's how positivity turns pain into progress. It rewires your mind to see everything as fuel. When others crumble, you rise. When others complain, you create. When others give up, you go harder. Because your vision is no longer blinded by negativity. It's sharpened by purpose. If you truly want to live a different life, start mastering the conversations in your own head. That's where positivity is born. It's not in motivational quotes or social media posts. It's in the moments when no one is watching, when you feel like you're about to break, but you still whisper to yourself, keep going. It's in those quiet, personal battles that your mindset is forged. Every time you choose positivity over fear, your mind gets stronger. Every time you choose hope over doubt, your spirit grows tougher. Every time you choose progress over pity, your soul evolves. You have to build it like a muscle. You build it through repetition, through showing up when you don't want to, through doing the work when it's boring, through staying disciplined when no one's watching. Every time you push through something that tries to break you, your resilience grows. Every time you keep going when others stop, you're training your mind to endure. The strongest people in the world are not those who never fail. They're the ones who failed thousands of times and got up one more time than they failed. Resilience means accepting that pain is not the enemy, giving up is. It means understanding that life won't always go your way, but that doesn't mean you can't find a way. The world doesn't reward those who avoid struggle. It rewards those who outlast it. You have to outlast the hard seasons, the disappointments, the heartbreaks, the losses, because all those things are not there to destroy you. They're there to develop you. You don't grow when things are easy. You grow when life forces you to adapt, to stretch, to dig deeper. That's what resilience really is, the ability to keep your vision alive when everything else is falling apart. Think about it. Every great story of triumph began with suffering. Every strong person you admire has a history of struggle. The only difference is they didn't let the pain define them. They let it refine them. They turned their scars into reminders of what they've survived. That's the mindset you need. Stop asking why is this happening to me? And start saying, what is this trying to teach me? Because resilience is not about avoiding pain. It's about using it. It's about letting pain sharpen your purpose and deepen your hunger. There's something powerful that happens when you go through enough pain and refuse to give up. You become unbreakable. Not because you don't feel pain, but because pain no longer controls you. You start to realize that you've already survived the worst days of your life and you're still standing. You start to carry a quiet confidence, a strength that doesn't need to be loud. You don't panic when life hits you anymore because you've been through worse. That's the kind of calm that comes from resilience. It's not arrogance, it's self-trust. It's the deep knowing that no matter what comes, you will rise again. Resilience also means forgiving yourself when you fall short. You will make mistakes. You will fail. But resilience is what allows you to bounce back without losing faith in yourself and yourself. It's the voice that says, you messed up, but you're not done. Too many people let failure destroy their confidence, but resilient people see failure as feedback. They study it, learn from it, and use it as fuel. Because they understand that progress is never a straight line. It's messy, it's painful, it's unpredictable, but it's always worth it. When you're resilient, you stop waiting for the world to make things easy. You start building strength to handle what's hard. You stop asking for a lighter load and instead you build a stronger back. You stop wishing for a smooth road and instead you train your legs to climb mountains. That's how you take control of your destiny. Life stops being something that happens to you and starts being something you shape. You stop reacting and start creating. That's what resilience does. It puts the power back in your hands. You also begin to realize that resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about evolving. Every challenge changes you. Every heartbreak humbles you. Every failure teaches you something that success never could. Over time, resilience becomes your greatest advantage. Because when others break under pressure, you adapt. When others complain, you work. When others stop believing, you double down. You don't crumble under stress, you thrive in it. Because you've trained for it, you've lived through it, you've built your foundation on it. The truth is, life will test you in ways you can't predict. You'll lose people, opportunities, and moments that matter deeply. But resilience teaches you that no loss is final unless you let it be. You can rebuild, you can restart, you can reinvent yourself as many times as it takes. You are not defined by your past, you are defined by your persistence. Every time you choose to stand back up, you reclaim your power. Resilience also makes you grateful, because when you've been through enough pain, you start to appreciate peace. When you've been knocked down enough times, you start to value every small victory. You stop taking strength for granted. You realize how far you've come. You stop chasing perfection and start appreciating progress. That's what resilience gives you, perspective. It teaches you to see beauty even in the struggle. So when life hits you, and don't ask, what now? Don't waste your pain, weaponize it. Don't hide from the storm, learn to dance in it. Don't pray for easy days, pray for the strength to handle the hard ones, because resilience is not about avoiding the fire. It's about learning to walk through it without losing yourself. It's about turning every trial into training and every defeat into determination. At the end of the day, resilience is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Everyone has vision, but not everyone has endurance. Everyone wants success, but not everyone can handle the process. The pain, the rejection, the doubt, all of it is there to test how bad you really want it. And if you can stand tall through it all, if you can keep pushing when nothing is going your way, if you can look life in the face and say, you can't break me, then nothing, no person, no failure, no setback can stop you. That's what resilience is all about. It's not the absence of struggle. It's the refusal to be defeated by it. It's the ability to stand tall every fall, to see light even in darkness, to believe that no matter what happens, you will rise again. Because no matter how many times life knocks you down, as long as you have resilience, you'll always have a reason to get back up. And that's how you win. That end everything you want in life comes down to this. How badly do you want it, and how hard are you willing to fight for it? Gratitude, positivity, and resilience aren't just nice words. They're survival tools in a world that's built to test you. You can have all the talent, all the resources, and all the opportunities, but if you don't have the right attitude, you'll still fall short. Gratitude keeps your heart grounded. Positivity keeps your vision clear, and resilience keeps your fire burning when everything around you tries to put it out. These three forces together build the kind of human being that life can't defeat. Because the truth is, life doesn't owe you anything. It's not here to make you comfortable. It's here to shape you. It's here to see what you're made of. You're going to face days when nothing makes sense, when you question if it's even worth it anymore. You're going to face betrayal, failure, heartbreak, and moments that break you to your knees. But that's not where your story ends. That's where it begins. The people who rise, the ones who win, are not the ones who never fall. They're the ones who fall and choose to rise again with more focus, more passion, and more power than before. So I want you to remember this. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's about seeing light when everything looks dark. It's about focusing on what's still in your hands instead of what you've lost. Positivity isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's about believing that no matter how bad it gets, you still have control over your response. You still have control over your effort, your mindset, and your energy. In resilience, it's about refusing to let pain have the final word. It's about fighting through storms and still believing there's a sunrise waiting for you on the other side. Every setback you faced, every person who doubted you, every door that was slammed in your face, it all had a purpose. Those moments didn't come to destroy you. They came to define you. They came to build the strength you were going to need for your next level. Because there's always another level. But to reach it, you've got to be grateful for where you are, positive about where you're going, and resilient enough to endure the climb. You've got one life, one shot, one chance to show the world who you are. Don't waste it being bitter. Don't waste it waiting for things to be easy. Don't waste it doubting yourself. Be thankful for the hard days. They're building you. Stay positive even when it feels impossible. Your energy is your weapon. And stay resilient. Because no matter what life throws at you, you are built to rise. So take a deep breath, stand tall, and remember this. You are stronger than what's against you. You survived everything that was meant to destroy you. And you're still here. So go out there, fight for your dream. Live with gratitude, walk in positivity, and rise with resilience. Because the world doesn't need another dreamer. It needs a warrior who refuses to quit.